The plague of plastic was one of the big issues you addressed in your series. We now know that on the average 8 million tons of plastic enter in the oceans each year, and all the plastic ever produced still exists. What are the consequences of plastic pollution for marine life and human health?
Right. The oceans are a perfect place to store plastic forever. It's very hard for it to break down in heat and sunlight. And so all that happens is it breaks into smaller and smaller pieces. And so what's happening is that plastic is turning basically into powder in the ocean and then getting absorbed and eaten by small marine creatures and then moving their way up the food chain. And the strange thing is, ultimately, we're eating some of the plastic that we've thrown into the ocean as our trash.
So we can clearly state that we have been ignoring the oceans, I guess. This notwithstanding, they are one of our best allies to fight climate change. What are the consequences of this neglecting behavior and these changes, especially for humans?
Right. The oceans have been a great benefit to us in the way that they have been able to absorb carbon dioxide and actually buffer some of the worst of the effects of climate change so far. But there are limits and there are consequences for that, including the acidification of the ocean that can affect all sorts of marine life, including oysters and clams, and also some of the base of the food chain with, that feeds basically all marine creatures.
So what are the solutions? Is there a bright spot that
Yeah.
you can underline?
There are a couple things that have really taken off in the last few years. And one of them is we've started to adopt some of the things we've done on land for a long time, and that's setting aside protected areas. And there's been this great proliferation of marine protected areas all over the planet. And presidents and prime ministers really like bragging rights, and so they're falling over all over themselves to promote bigger and bigger undersea parks. And it used to be that less than 1% of the oceans were protected, and now we're getting to be about 3%. And we've set a goal internationally that 10% of the oceans would be protected, and we're quickly getting there.
Thank you very much. That's hopeful.